that we had any good blooper material.
Oh, I mean, everything that you just recorded was a fucking blooper.
I was going to write, it's a bear with mange.
Can I get to my other?
Remember the Jacobs creature
Jacobs,
photos?
yep. It's a bear with mange.
Yeah, man. I turned off the air because I didn't want background noise. It's freaking hot. They're going to put mine back on.
Yeah, I would. Right. I said right like you could hear me.
All
They
right.
made solo cups bigger. How do I get rid of that now?
I think there's a way.
There it went. Never mind. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is getting good.
Oh, my brain's fried.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Whatever this is that I'm doing.
I am good.
I'm glad one of us is.
Tell you.
You're good at stuff, and I'm just good looking.
That's it. Well, speaking of solo cups.
Oh, look at that. Squatch Talks podcast mug.
The hell? Why
You
would that?
did it. You've done it.
Why?
Perfect, man. Look at that.
That good?
I'm liking it because now you can use your cursor. Use your mouse. See?
Yeah.
I wish you could see my mouse.
It's one of those optical illusion type things.
Yeah. Man, I wish you could see my mouse.
I totally can see it now.
You show that to somebody, they're like, wow, that's a Sasquatch. You're like,
Right.
no, it's a black bear.
That's what Heather said to me, though. When she says, I see it. When you go into Squatcher Man mode, you know,
Yeah.
you're like a different person.
Where'd my picture go?
What do you mean?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm still on. Hang on. You know what? Let me stop my video. Can you see my picture now?
No,
How about now?
no. There's your picture.
I added that today. Ted, who gave me this shirt, he said to say hi. He's enjoying the podcast.
Oh,
He's in Colorado. Oh, I didn't turn off my phone. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to
that's
cut
rule
that.
number 2.
Rule number 2.
Rule number 1 is no carbonated drinks.
I'm like Michael Corleone. Okay, today I complete all family business.
It's all. It's all.
Okay, Fredo, I know it was you.
I got a text from Caroline. I said, would she be interested in coming on the podcast? And her reply was, ha, with an exclamation point. Nope. She says, I love you, though. But she said Matt has time. So we could always put Matt on.
And he did tell me he would.
Yeah.
He did say he would.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we ought to do it.
this is good stuff. But hey, welcome back. Here we go. You're listening to Squatch Talks Podcast. Real stories and real encounters told by real researchers. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome back to Squatch Talks Podcast, and I'm Eric, and Nathan is here tonight. Brian won't be joining us again, that busy guy, but hey,
Out on location
presently, and yeah, we'll be having him join us again very soon. We've got some ideas for some upcoming episodes that we want him to be a part of. So,
yeah.
But hey, Nathan and I, you know, we've been holding up the shop, making things work, right? And I liked it. I don't know about you.
Oh, I'm having a great time.
The conversations, you know,
Sure.
come naturally for us. And
Sure.
but yeah, I want to thank all the listeners and people who have recently come on to the channel and subbed us and shared us with their friends, helping us grow the channel. Quick side note, our friends at YetiBars.net are having a giveaway this month.
That's right.
Up till August 20th. If you place an order between now and August 20th, you can win $500. So get your orders in, and don't forget to hit STP10 at checkout. Put in the code STP10 and you'll receive 10% off your order. And you too can shower with the Yeti. Okay, nothing like cleaning up and getting that lather going. Man, I love them. Let me tell you, I got the Dixie Cryptid bar I've been using. Yep. And I told you, Heather loves the Shroot. She told me again today when we were at the beach, I really love my bar. Thanks, honey.
That's good. That's good.
So that's cool. And speaking of Dixie, I talked to Cameron, and he's doing well. He's getting geared up and ready to go to the Tennessee Bigfoot conference coming up soon. So if you get a chance to stop by there and say hello to Cameron, he's been a big help to us, and we love his program. He's got the Dixie Cryptid podcast on YouTube and the What If It's True on the other podcast platforms. Now here you listen to the Squatch Talks podcast.
That's right.
That's what it is on YouTube and on the podcast platforms. So, but just that's a little taking care of a little bit of business. That's all. Thanks for letting me do that, Nathan.
Gotta pretend we pay the bills,
Speaking of bills, you know who else I'm talking to? Eric Mintel, right?
Okay,
Eric Mintel Investigates.
Right.
He had posted something about an upcoming video he was working on, and looking for some sponsors. So I texted him, hey, Health Haven 2, Medford, New Jersey. And he's like, really? So he sends me a proposal. Now I haven't spoken to him since I got the proposal. And of course, Heather looked at it and she was like, you're not doing that. And I'm like, honey, you have no idea how advertising works. I mean, that's not unreasonable. He's giving me the friends and family discount,
Right.
I said, but I think there was some miscommunication. And I don't want to, he won't see this until after I've already had a chance to speak with him. But I was thinking of like a sponsorship potentially, but I also was going to say, can you do a commercial for me? Because he does nice little commercials for these sponsors, right? So, hey, rather than me try to put it together, he's got editing skills that far, out maneuver mine.
Right.
I was going to say, hey, put together a 30-second spot for me, from my store to use on your show, but can I use it as well on our platform, right?
Right.
But what it came down to is now he wants me to be executive producer for this next video that we do in the Pine Barrens. I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. But I was the talent last time. I should get paid.
I'll be the talent and I'll split it with you. How's that?
Okay. Yeah. He wants you.
Oh, does
he? Yeah.
Oh, good.
He'd love to have you join us. But
Nice.
But you hear what I'm saying? So he combined the two. And even combining the two, we're talking about a full length, 25, 30-minute video of the New Jersey Pine Barrens, like continuation, right? And the 30-second spot, like a commercial for me to use. And I would be the owner of both. He would, of course, put it on all his channels.
Nice.
The TV stations that he's on. So, I'm going to work out something, I think, with him. But I'm saying, great. I think there was some miscommunication. Like I was really just looking for a 30-second spot. And that's when I said, can I own that? You know what I mean? And use it. So Eric's great though. I tell you, he's such a cool guy. And we have to get out there and do some paranormal investigations with him,
Yeah. Speaking of that,
that'll be fun. Yes.
I got a gray case sitting in my living room.
I was just going to ask. That was where I was leading up to with this.
REM pod. Yep. We got a couple of different things to use. So
you know how to use them? Did he give you any instruction? Because I have no clue.
Yeah. He told me you got to turn them on the bottom. I said,
did you see the video Tony and Patty posted on his trek to the the Eastern State Penitentiary, right?
What did they put it on?
On Facebook,
On Trace?
I believe so, yeah.
I didn't see it on.
They went for his birthday down to the penitentiary, and with a group of, I guess, other people, but they got a cool result in one of the rooms, and they had the REM pod go off, and they had some light up balls go off. It was pretty amazing stuff. So
that was neat. They stopped in here after that. That's when they were here.
That's right.
And tell me all about it. He was all worked up.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, hey,
they said the same thing though. Ghost hunting is not nearly as exhilarating as Squatchin.
I don't think so. Nah, because you know what, it can be scary at times, I'm sure, especially when you're not expecting it. But like when we've done it in the hopes of having something happen, to me it's not as exciting as being out in the field with a potential 8.5 tall, hairy
Whatever.
creature that can tear my arms and legs off.
Yeah. 'Cause I know a lot of people talk about this ghost mist and things come out of it.
Mhm.
You know how many mists and fogs we've walked through swamps and
Right.
It's
And
like
that's true. Eric even asked, and I don't recall any mists being associated with Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But like you said, I have seen plenty of mists coming off the lake, especially when it rained earlier or whatever. You're going to see that mist rising, but
Even
nothing comes out of it.
The fog coming down into the top of the mountain when you're up there,
Exactly.
I've never seen mist, but
Oh, and it's funny because before we started recording tonight, I was talking with Heather, and somehow the conversation turned to paranormal activity that occurred in her grandmother's house and then into her parents' apartment over the years. And I said, "Wow, honey, you got a ton of these stories." I said, "Maybe you'd like to come on and do an episode with us, since we're kind of expanding outside of the Bigfoot realm into, other cryptids and paranormal activity." Right.
I just like talking about everything.
And so Heather, apparently has had some strange occurrences, not only as a child growing up in her grandmother's house, but then also when she moved into the apartment, with her parents.
Was it poltergeist type activity?
Yeah, actually it was. Mm-hmm.
Brian has an interesting take on poltergeist.
Really?
It almost always happens with a preteen to late teen female. They
in the residence.
They actually manifest the disturbance because of all their hormones or whatever's going on.
Really?
He said it has to do with women or young girls.
Yeah, that's with the change into their puberty and
or whatever. Wow. He said that almost every poltergeist activity is related to that.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Well, and that's
I think it's scientific. I don't think it's just his theory. I think it's something that's
been documented.
Yeah.
And hey, we're gonna hopefully. You said you got the gray box there, so that's cool. We're gearing up to get together this weekend, right? Out in the woods, but we'll probably do a little Bigfooting, of course. Maybe record some footage. You got your 4K camera plugged in, I hope.
I'm hoping his are, because mine fell off. Mine fell off the thing too many times and doesn't work some more.
It's fried.
It takes great video, but zero audio.
Zero audio.
Zero audio.
We could still use it then to film, and I could add audio if we have recorders. You know what I'm saying? So bring it just in case, okay? I've got a few GoPros and my camera also. So
and we're gonna try out our new IR, see how great we like
it. That'll be awesome. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun this weekend, okay? With our families up in the forest. But there's gonna be some cool potential paranormal. I'm not gonna name any. Well, actually, by the time this comes out,
we'll be home.
So, Ghost Lake, Fairy Cave, Shades of Death Road. Hey, doesn't get more paranormal than that, right? So yeah, that'll be cool.
Shades of Death Road.
Yep.
And Dead Woman's
Hollow. So yeah, it's going to be hot. Just plan ahead. I saw the temperature and the forecast. It's going to be hot, at least during the day.
Fat man in a tent in the heat is not going to be fun.
Sorry, there's no hookups for the AC. Oh, by the way, anybody liking what they're seeing here?
Oh yeah, Squatch Talks mug.
Squatch Talks mug. Yeah, this is a hot item.
That's right.
It's going to be available soon on a Teespring near you. Yeah, what do we say? Real stories.
Real encounters.
And encounters. Yeah, man. That's very nice. Made by Tira. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm proud to drink out of it. So yeah, we were going to just talk about some stuff, and we've already gotten on a few different topics. Again, the conversations between you and I never cease. We can talk Squatch all night.
Talk about anything all night.
But one thing we did want to discuss, and we're going to be doing this on our next episode, hopefully with Brian assisting us, is we decided to kind of look at a couple of the movies that got us into this topic, right? Growing up.
Yeah.
And the one that I think did it for you was what?
Exists.
Great movie.
That was the pretty much one of the only ones I've watched, but
yeah. So I want to put it out there now in case anybody hasn't seen it. Maybe they can watch it in between now and when we go to review it. Okay. Because we're going to do a little review. One of the better made productions, I have to say, as far as costume, editing, storyline.
It wasn't corny.
Nope.
You know, some of them you can just tell it's, guy fumbling around in the woods, but it was pretty good.
I watched one last night on Prime. Literally, it was a monkey suit. He ran in front of these two cars, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then, the jump scares and stuff. I was like laughing. I was right. After I watched Zombie Strippers with X-Start. The guy who played Freddy Krueger. But getting back to the topic, we're going to be discussing, like we did with, is the proof out there, right? From the History Channel. We're going to talk about Exists and give some of our thoughts on it, because you know what? I have to say, it's one of the better made movies.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of spooky.
No, it really was. You definitely shouldn't watch that one as you're going out in the woods, probably.
I did. Heather and I watched it the night before the last expedition I did.
Really?
I think I even put it on our private group expedition page, right? And I said, well, just watched Exists. I'm ready to go.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And I think what we should do is make that mandatory viewing at the expedition, like I did up in North Jersey that time. We had the screen and we watched some, Bigfoot movies up on the projector.
Yeah, that would be freaky.
Yeah, I think some of the newbies might enjoy that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun to talk about. Talk about something different.
Yeah, and
Bigfoot, that's different.
Bigfoot. Yeah. Tell you what, I have actually I have the DVD, and on the extras portion of it, they go into some detail about the making of it, and I'll tell you, they really did a great job. I mean,
yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, well, I can bring it with us. I just don't have a DVD player on my laptop though. Do you?
I think so.
Okay. So tonight, though, we have one thing that we'd like to discuss before it gets too late and Nathan has to hit the sack.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
It's been a rough
trail
couple
cam
of days.
Pictures. Oh.
Trail cam pictures. I just want to thank our sponsors at Black Rifle, BRCC. These guys make the best ready to drink. And they have a Squatchin flavor. They have a Squatch variety.
Do they really?
AK-47 Squatch, I think it's called.
Oh yeah,
it's on their website. I haven't been able to find it in stores, but yeah. Anyway, I got a couple of pictures. We came across these on the social media on one of our Facebook groups, right? Supposedly trail cam photos from Northwest PA. Okay, which there is definitely Bigfoot in Northwest PA. We call that the PNW.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, the Pacific or the Pennsylvania Northwest.
That's the one. Yeah. So let me see what we got here and if I can share that for our viewers to check out. Okay, so this is the original unedited, unfiltered photo, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and it supposedly shows what looks like a hairy individual in front of a trail camera. Now, when you mentioned this to me, we were actually doing our brainstorming session, right?
Right.
And you said, hey, did you see these? And I said, no. Just looking at it now, doesn't it look like something leaning over?
It could.
Yeah. What's that? Hey, Eric, But honestly, there's no timestamp. So that was the first thing that caught my attention. No wild game or Bushnell stamp, Moultrie, nothing.
Right.
Okay.
And it's been a long time since trail cameras were that bad.
Yeah. Hey, but that doesn't mean that they're not around still. I still have 5 or 6 old Moultries in my basement, But look at a blurry background too.
Yeah.
Right. Judging by the foliage in the trees, what time of year would you say that is?
Oh, it's late fall, early winter.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, if I were to blow it up, of course it pixelates, as all
Right.
good, all good trail cam photos do. And
They
yeah,
come out blurry.
you would think, oh, that's the nose, here's the eyes, right? And the lips and the little like kind of like a protruding mouth. So yeah, I can understand somebody think, oh, look at the hair, so I'm going to remove this one. Okay. All right.
And there they are.
And here we are. So right now I'm on the Northwest PA, what supposedly is the face of this individual, but the picture has been lightened and rotated. Okay. So
I didn't realize that. That's the first picture you showed us was just the original. This is the one that they rotated it and posted this also.
3 pictures, right? The second photo in that post was the edited filtered lightness, and then the third photo was the same picture, however rotated. What is that, 180 degrees?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. 90 degrees. Yeah. So now my cursor should be over the Mississippi photo. Yes.
Yep.
And this would appear to be like the eyes, the brow, right? The brow ridge.
Ridge, yeah.
Nose, maybe a protruding jaw. Okay.
Yep.
But what this actually is, and this is a photo that was from Mississippi, this is a bear. Okay. And you can see like
the dark part there. Yep.
To the untrained eye, right? Oh, wow, that's a Squatch.
Yeah.
But I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go out. Okay. And you can see the bear hugging the tree.
Mm-hmm. Plain as day.
Plain as day. And, limb proportions.
Yep.
Definitely. If I were to do the ratios on this, you could see it's a bear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a mangy bear.
The mangy bear.
A mangy bear. Now I'm trying to just blow it up so that it's the same.
Yep. That looks pretty good.
Size. Okay. Now, the thing is, and you brought this to my attention, this is actually the bear looking at us, looking at the camera. And you've got the nose. Okay. Here's the eye.
Yep.
Right. And the ear, which gives it that conical shape of the head.
Yep. And then the dark part down here that looks like the mouth, right under the mouth. A little bit, well, on my picture, it's a little lower, but that, that's the tip of the nose looking down.
No, that's
down
right
shoulder.
Here. That's right here. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. I moved the picture. Yeah, that's right over here.
Yep.
This is the nose area.
Yeah.
And you can see how it goes up to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So amazing how something as simple as that can be misconstrued, right? And that's not even pareidolia. That's just an illusion.
That's just a black and white photo. And that's what the depth of the eye makes it look blacker. And just because it's a different on a black and white photo. And I believe this Northwest Pennsylvania picture is the same thing.
So here's the Northwest PA that I just clicked on. Okay. This is the full image right here. I'm not enlarging it. Okay.
Right.
If I were to enlarge it, it totally pixelates.
Right.
But how many of you have seen a black bear in person or even on photos? They often have this white patch under their neck, on their chest. Okay. Here's the white patch under the neck. Here's the nose right here. That's that black part that we saw over on this one, on this individual. Okay.
All right.
Let me shrink that down a little. Okay. Here it is. Let me move it up to the same spot. Look at that. If I move it up to the same spot.
Yeah.
Here's the nose. Okay.
Yeah. I think it looks like the same.
Here's the nose.
The same kind of thing.
All right. I can't move this other one, the Northwest PA one, because that's the whole image. The trees are now going horizontally instead of vertically. Okay. So that indicates the rotation that took place. And then you've got the nose, right, going up to the eyes here, and they cut off up above here would be where the ear would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
So,
yeah,
obviously not a Squatch, but
no.
And the whole
No.
thing the immediate thing that jumped out to us anyway was no timestamp, right?
Right.
The what was the quality of the photo, right? We pointed
Right.
out, trail cams haven't sucked this bad in a long time, right?
Well, and the Mississippi picture is a thermal picture. That's
Right.
black. That's black hot. The white hot one, it's a little harder to see it, but there's also a white hot one.
True. Good point to bring out. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean,
I almost think that looks like a picture from a FLIR Scout, because they suck almost that bad.
I can bring up a couple of those if you'd like to compare.
After we got that AGM,
Oh,
I didn't realize how bad FLIRs were until we got one of those.
right.
Those things are incredible.
Anyway, we'd like to hear your comments.
Yeah.
This was posted on a Bigfoot group from West Virginia, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
West Virginia Bigfoot.
West Virginia Bigfoot. That was the Northwest PA one. And then the other one was taken by a friend of ours in Mississippi.
Right. I'm taking off the pictures for now, but there's not really too much we can discuss about it beyond that, I think.
No. I mean, and again, that's our opinions. And
absolutely.
With that picture, knowing that that's a black bear because of I think it looks like the same thing.
Truly does. And I'm glad you had that other one available to compare. That worked out good.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
I would like to hear what everybody else thinks, because, and if we explained it, I hope the cursor was where it needed to be, because every time it wasn't for me, but that doesn't mean it wasn't. But to see it, and that we get a lot of pictures.
I think because it was on my screen and this is the one that's recording, it should be okay.
Yeah.
If not, I'm sure people can use their imagination. But hey, I'm excited to get out in the woods with you guys, with the families, and you're bringing your daughter Crystal. I'm bringing my daughter Anastasia along, and pretty cool for our adult kids that still want to go camping with their dads.
Yeah, I know. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know. And now we smell like ducks all the time because we got 4 ducks now. So maybe that'll just make me more enticing while we're out there.
Oh, I can bring your Yeti bar with you.
Yeah. Well, that'll clean me up though. I'm gonna smell yummy.
We're gonna oh, speaking of Yeti bars. I mentioned I took a shower today with the Dixie Cryptid, right?
Yeah.
They're making us a Squatch Talks.
Are they really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I gotta now I have to buy some before I wanted to.
Well, it's not ready yet. I mean, this takes time. We're gonna have to discuss, what's gonna go into it. I don't want it to smell like what we call it, Squatch Snatch.
We definitely don't want it to smell like ass.
Snatch Squatch?
I don't know what they call him.
No, what did Brian call it?
It's not good, whatever it is.
Edit, cut.
Yeah.
That's the blooper material.
Yeah.
We don't want it to smell like Squatch ass.
Unless it gets reactions out in the woods, that would be different.
That could be. Hey, you know what? Instead of this bar is not for your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Okay, this bar is to pick up squatches. Could you imagine? Right? The fun we can have with this thing. You know? But honestly, we got some comments from people that are hardcore Bigfoot people on these podcasting and YouTube channels, right?
Yeah.
Saying, "Good conversation, guys." So hey,
I'd rather do this than, even when we tell stories, I think we should do it like this, like we would around a campfire, interrupt each other, go off on tangents. Who
just
cares?
Be real, right?
Yeah, very real.
Just be ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Gonna finish my Squatch Talks podcast cup of coffee here.
Yeah, I'm about ready for bed, boss.
I know. I'm tired too. It was a long week already, but if you're watching this, hopefully it'll be out Saturday night at 8:00, our normal time. If you're watching us on YouTube this weekend, please think of us and send us your thoughts that we are having a safe time. It's supposed to be hot as hell.
Yeah.
But we're going to be out there doing our best to get some new material, and that may be paranormal or squatchy. Time will tell.
Squatch a normal.
Squatchin normal. So yeah, we appreciate the shares and the likes, but we just want you guys to keep at it and get out there, be safe, take what you learned, hopefully from some of the things we've said, and put it into use in your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Let us know what happens.
Yeah. Maybe you'll have you on.
Yeah, sure.
You too could be a guest. We got some other people that have already said, hey, they'd like to come on, and they've got some cool stories that we want to share with you. Going along with our original, thought process of the real stories and real encounters. They never stop coming. So hey,
that's right.
I don't think we'll ever run out of material there, And as long as we keep heading out together and doing this kind of crap, we're bound to have a few more to talk about.
Yeah.
And this weekend is no exception. I don't care how. See, the thing is with the heat, that can affect the Squatch activity.
Right, but it might bring up the paranormal.
It might heighten the paranormal.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking too. So.
Yeah.
And last but not least, thanks for delivering that beautiful pop-up camper.
Did you get it popped up yet?
No, I told you I'd wait till I can get a hold of you to guide me through the process. I don't want to screw up anything, but I am excited to get that sucker road ready.
Yeah.
And
well, it is road ready now. You can use it now.
Yeah. No,
just got to step
over the
soft spot.
Yeah. Hell, I'll throw a piece of wood down over the soft spot. Oh, man, I'm excited to get out there with you and the family, and we're going to get some good stuff this weekend. So while you're watching this episode, give us a thought and a prayer that we make it back home safely. And
thanks for squatching.
That's right. Thanks for checking out this episode of Squatch Talks Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and give us a like, and stay tuned for more exciting stories on Squatch Talks.